Well, state lawmakers are trying to put some teeth into the current texting ban. Basically, if somebody gets a citation right now, they have to be pulled over for something else. That could all change, forcing people to put down their phones.
At a moment's notice, firefighters are ready to jump into action and save lives. They take a risk every time they battle a fire. But it's not the flames killing them.
Cancer is actually the leading cause of death among firefighters.
And Carmen Ordóñez knows. Her husband, Fernando, died of stomach cancer at age 34, leaving her behind to raise their young son.
Our son, was 2 years old at the time. And, as you can imagine, when we first got the news, it was just so devastating.
That same year, Megan Garcia lost her 28-year-old husband, Ralph, to brain cancer. She was 7 months pregnant.
This was the day that I met our beautiful baby boy, Mason. And Ralph couldn't be there.
Both were firefighters in Miami. Since their deaths, the city has implemented safety measures to minimize the risk of cancer.
Walking out of a fire with a soot-covered face used to be considered a badge of honor, but that is no longer the case. Firefighters must now undergo a decontamination process to get rid of all of the contaminants. And it is a very quick process, but a very necessary process. And the first step in this process is walking over to the fire engine for a quick rinse, and the water must not seep into the gear.
Ashes and the actual smoke permeate into what would be the bunker gear and then ultimately onto the skin and into the pores, and that's what we're trying to prevent.
After any major fires, these first responders must also put their dirty gear into bags and switch it out for clean bunker gear. But those who have lost loved ones say more is necessary.
It is never enough, and more now than ever.
Firefighters and their families are hoping Florida lawmakers will pass House Bill 857, a law that would grant certain benefits to firefighters upon receiving a cancer diagnosis, including disability payments and death benefits. The bill, however, appears to have stalled, unable to get a hearing in the House in Tallahassee.
It has not reached the House floor because of one person, Speaker of the House, Jose Oliva, which for reasons that go beyond comprehension has ignored not only the science and the economics, but has taken upon himself to establish a one-person process.
Speaker Oliva did not respond to multiple requests for comment. However, other published reports show he believes this is an issue best dealt with at the county level, saying that the House has supported other tax breaks for surviving spouses of first responders.
44 other states disagree, because they've all passed these laws. 44 out of 50 states.
In March, hundreds of booths were placed outside the state capitol, representing all Florida firefighters who have died of cancer or currently have the illness. Among them were the boots of Miami firefighters Ralph Garcia and Fernando Ordóñez.
It's too late for us. It's never too late for other families because they need our help.
Before Ralph lost consciousness and went into emergency surgery, he was stressing out about the upcoming medical bills.
These firefighters that are risking their lives to, help us. That's the least that we could do to protect them, not only for them, but for the family.
There's just over 3 weeks until the session ends, and without Oliva's support in the House, this bill is unlikely to pass. But the firefighters hope something happens to spark change in the coming weeks. We'll keep you updated. In the newsroom, I'm Laura Rodriguez, NBC6 News. At just 16 miles per hour, it's safe to say Uber Eats courier Jesus Casiano has one of the fastest delivery times in Miami. He beats the downtown traffic on his retrofitted wheelchair and takes pride in his ability to get customers their food fast and fresh.
Have a good one. Hot and fast. It's important. I love the face of the customer.
At age 18, Jesus was in a car accident in Brazil that led to paraplegia and the need to adapt to life in a wheelchair. Upon arriving in the United States, he knew without a doubt he had to work, not just for the money, but also for his mind.
I love the life. I love the work and the freedom.
Uber allows people and allows courier partners to really get access to making money in a way that maybe they wouldn't have been able to otherwise.
Uber Uber Eats requires couriers to have a smartphone, a bicycle, or a motorized mode of transportation. So take a look at this. Jesus' ingenuity kicked in and he added an electric motor to his wheelchair.
I have my mind, I have two hands. Thank the Lord, this opportunity. And when the opportunity comes, you take it and go on. Delivery Uber Eats.
Jesus usually delivers within a 4-mile radius and focuses on the Brickell, downtown, and Little Havana areas. His peak time is lunch.
So it's actually pretty impressive. He has done over 1,200 deliveries, and he has a 5.0 rating. So a perfect rating, which is actually pretty much unheard of unless you are a very, very new partner.
A perfect rating fit for a positive person who doesn't let anything get in the way of living a fulfilling life.
There's many problems in the world, any problem in your life, but you can. You can.
Reporting in Brickell, Laura Rodriguez, NBC6 News. There's a true gem in our community. I believe it's a hidden gem many may not even know about. It's called the Cuban Heritage Collection at the University of Miami, and today I'm proud to introduce you to my grandmother and 4 other women who made it their mission to preserve Cuban history. 6 Bacardi cups. From the original recipe of the daiquiri to a book signed by Jose Marti, the Cuban Heritage Collection holds thousands of books, periodicals, and materials that can't be found anywhere else in the world. The collection is considered by many as the crown jewel of the University of Miami libraries. But perhaps the most valuable treasures are the women who work to make it happen.
These are women pushing and helping women make their dreams come true.
Rosa Abella, Ana Rosa Núñez, Lesbia Horta Varona, Gladys Gomez Rosier, and my grandmother, Esperanza Bravo de Varona, are the backbone of this unique collection.
Here, our dream was realized.
Esperanza was the one that had this dream. Esperanza wanted everything to be located in one space.
All 5 women were hired in the 1960s after Fidel Castro seized power in Cuba. They could not return to the island and made it their mission to acquire everything possible to document the Cuban and Cuban exile experience.
I saw that it was very important to keep the real history of Cuba.
Gladys Gomez Rosier is currently the only founding member working at CHC. My abuela retired in 2013 after a storied career, including the first ever named and endowed chair at the UM libraries.
I just was working for 45 years.
Just?
Yes.
3 kids, 9 grandkids, and 6 great-grandkids later, I'd like to think I'm the favorite. But let's face it, her real golden child is the Cuban Heritage Collection. I love you. And that was just a glimpse into the life of my favorite fierce female, my role model, and truly a pioneer of her time. If you'd like to visit the Cuban Heritage Collection, we have a link to their page on our website. Reporting in Coral Gables, I'm Laura Rodriguez, NBC6 News.